One.
Check
it's
our website,
day three of our Heavenly Hot Dish Challenge. And we've invited some of our favorite chefs to take on the challenge of creating a whole new hot dish.
Heavenly?
Heavenly.
Oh, let's see. You look It's the chicken.
We knew it.
Tuna.
Ooh, chicken on the sea casserole.
There we go. Enough said.
She says her specialty is Mediterranean food. She's going to add a little tuna to that flavor.
Nice.
This is Antigoni Sander from Cafe 421.
Hi,
Hey.
Antigoni.
Hi, guys.
Okay, well, you've got one packed up for the big judge.
Yes, I do.
Dave Dahl. Do you think
And?
this one is ready?
It's ready.
We got a guy who likes some FaceTime here on Twin Cities Live. Christian Unser.
Please come in.
Wave to everybody.
Yep.
Here he comes, Dave. Here he comes.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah.
So Antigoni, tell us, you get the tuna? You're feeling okay about it?
Yeah, you know, I got the tuna, and I was not thrilled, I'm not going to lie, because tuna smells, and in my Antigoni's test kitchen is a small little test kitchen with no garbage disposal or anything like that. So the tuna, I was a little nervous about.
Better get it right the first time. Huh?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
came up with something and you named it after yourself.
I did.
What's it called?
Tiggy's Zippy Tuna and Orzo Casserole. Or
Well,
hot
if you're
dish.
going to create it, you got to name it after yourself.
Yeah,
don't you?
exactly.
Totally.
I have a thing called Hanson's Peanut Butter Sandwich. It's unbelievable.
Ooh, what goes into that?
Peanut butter.
And bread.
Very fancy.
Bread. So what are
must
you
have had
doing? Yeah, sounds amazing.
Well, what I'm doing is making a basic cheese sauce.
Okay.
So I started with butter, and I sauteed some onions into that, and then I added 2 tablespoons of flour and cooked it away until it was not floury anymore, and then I'm slowly adding in all of my cheeses.
It's a roux.
It is a
and
roux.
your competitor, John Michael Lerma, did kind of a white sauce like that yesterday, too.
Yeah,
He
similar.
did. I've been watching, and have to see what I'm running up
Checking out
against,
the
you know?
competition.
Maximum score 15 today. You said you're shooting for a straight up 15.
Well, sure, but a girl's got a dream, right? I got to aim high.
I like that confidence.
So I added the Parmesan first, followed by the Swiss cheese. I wanted to put the harder cheese in first because it takes a little longer to melt, then the Swiss, and then you just keep on whisking. And the last ingredient there was some sour cream just to make it nice and creamy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, and there's a little bit of cayenne and a little bit of dry mustard in there already with the dry ingredients
good. You smell
to
that?
make it
do
nice
smell that.
and zippy. So there you go.
Fancy macaroni and cheese at this point.
Well, I love macaroni and cheese,
Well,
and
so do I.
and there's artichokes in the vegetables, and so it's kind of like mac and cheese and baked artichoke dip all in one.
I like this lady.
So as we move on to the noodles
that's getting
here,
I
really
love
good
these
and
noodles.
thick.
Yeah, it's
These
getting
are,
nice
These
and
are
thick.
interesting noodles here.
it's orzo. Have you had orzo
No,
before?
apparently not, because I don't know what this is.
I grew up eating it, but a lot of Italian cooking uses it, Greek cooking uses it. It looks like a piece of rice, and they're a little crunchy, you might have noticed, because I cooked them just before al dente.
Okay.
Because when you put it in the oven, it's going to continue cooking, so I don't
Very
want my
good. Don't
want
pasta
it
to
soggy.
turn to mush. Exactly.
Great, this
So
is
you
cool.
just cooked this up before in the little rice greens.
Yep, and I'm going to ask you two to give me a little help now.
Oh, yeah, we're
I'm
good
going
at
to pour
assisting.
the sauce in.
Okay.
And I did heat the milk before I added it in there, so you can just stir
to
it
stir?
up. And
Ooh, that looks creamy and yummy.
then we can add the veggies here. And what I've added to the veggies is lemon juice, lemon zest, red pepper flakes, salt and pepper,
And then what, green
toasted
beans?
pine nuts. And I have green beans and frozen artichoke hearts.
Could you kind of vary that up, you think, if you,
You
like
can
different
use
veggies?
any veggie that you want. I chose to use frozen vegetables, so it can be something that you can make on a moment's notice.
Something you might have in your fridge
Yeah,
right now.
exactly. So
Yeah.
if you have peas, use peas. If you don't have artichokes, it's not a big deal.
I've got broccoli, for instance. I would use broccoli.
There you go. And lemon is good with broccoli.
Good.
So I'm going to toss that in. And
that
there's
lemon
also
is
some red
fresh.
pepper in there just to give it a little bit of color
And a little spice.
and a little bit of spice.
Dave
and you
Dahl
can
likes
toss
spice,
the
and he's our
tuna
official
in.
judge for this.
I've
Yeah.
heard. Though I added the spice before I knew that.
That's
Okay.
good. And here comes the tuna. How much tuna?
I use 2 24-ounce cans, and I like to flake it up a little bit so that the chunks stay nice and solid.
Okay.
And once that's all stirred together, you can go ahead and put it in the casserole
Do
dish.
you feel like this is,
Team stirring.
yeah, this is
Yeah,
good.
you guys are
think this is
doing
good?
really well,
Yeah.
actually. It looks
I like to
beautiful.
share the duties. Okay,
Good.
you want me to hold this?
Toss
and
it
you
in.
can throw it in?
Yeah.
Right.
And
I
then
got
if
a
you
lot.
just-
Holy moly,
That's
this
a lot.
is
That's
It's
heavy.
a lot.
That's a big
It
family
fills a
there.
3-quart casserole, so that's going to feed 8 to 10 people, and
Wow.
it's pretty enough to
don't you just throw it in
serve
here, and then you could
after
stir it in here,
Thanksgiving,
too.
the day after, or something like that, when you
Yeah.
don't want to do a lot of crazy cooking. You could throw turkey in there even
And then
if
do
you
we
wanted
put
to.
a
Sure.
topping on it or something?
Not yet. We're going to put it in the oven.
Oh.
So if you just want to put it on the back counter
Got
here.
the deal here.
Can you
I've
get it?
got
You better
one
use
in
your
the
muscles. That's
oven
heavy.
already.
Oh boy.
You
And
know what? I can bench press it.
can show you. Oh, isn't it heavy?
Check it out. Check it out.
You're here
That's how
for
I
the
got
gun
my
show.
exercise
Oh,
while
boy.
I'm cooking. You can just put it on the counter if you like.
Oh, is that where
'cause
you
I've
cook
got
it, on the
one
counter?
done right here.
This one's done.
This one
Put
is
it in.
done. And what I have put on top are some breadcrumbs that I have over here, so you could sprinkle those on yourself if you want to do a little sprinkling.
So you want me to sprinkle right now?
Yeah, go ahead. And what I did, I infused some crushed garlic cloves into melted butter, and then I tossed that with
Goodness
Parmesan
gracious.
cheese and
I mean,
panko
you weren't-
breadcrumbs.
You weren't messing around in
No.
this
I
thing,
was
were you?
not messing
And this
around.
that's the topping.
That's the topping.
And then did you put it back in the oven?
Then I put it in the broiler for like 2 minutes because I want to eat in a hurry.
Yeah.
So I don't like to wait. And then that green stuff on the side, if you want to
Green
sprinkle
stuff?
that on top, that's a gremolata, and you can. It's
Yeah.
garlic, lemon zest, and parsley. It makes it pretty, and now you can dig in. You have forks. You have individual ones over
She
there.
made us
so
Individual ones?
individual
Go
ones.
ahead and taste it.
Nice. Oh,
Looks
look
like
at
it
that
came
fancy
right
deal
out
there.
of your oven.
Look at that. Look at that. Hey, here we are.
We're so
Very
happy.
cute.
Now we're gonna eat it. All right.
Okay, we're
Dave
gonna be
Dahl's
eating it.
trying it while we're trying it.
Oh,
Dave,
Antigoni, are you
he's the
nervous?
big judge.
I've been eating here. I'm almost half done with my little casserole. I really like this. And you know,
Yum.
what's your person's name again, Chef?
This is Antigoni.
Antigoni.
You can call her Tiggy.
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 You know, you are up against my mom. Because this has been one of my favorites for all time.
Oh, no.
She
Tuna
stole
fish
it from your
hot dish,
mom?
Growing up in Minnesota, that is one of my favorites. And you've done a fantastic job.
Do you love it?
I love it. I love the spice. So I
Yeah.
gave you a 4 for taste.
Good.
Appearance, I gave you a 4 as well. It looks great. I love the color.
Okay.
And creativity, I like the idea of a nice little dish here for each of us. Nice little casserole dish. So I gave you a 4 for that as well.
Well,
I think that puts you in the lead, but very
that
Yeah.
would be an official tie for
Tie.
first with yesterday's
good. You
chef.
beat my mom out.
You
John
beat his
Michael Lerma.
mom.
But his
Mom,
mom.
I hope you're not listening.
I hope she's not.
Dave, that's great. This
Thanks,
is
Dave.
fun. This is Dave's favorite assignment, P.S., of his
Yeah.
entire life.
I love to eat.
Yeah, he does. Thanks,
All right,
Dave.
finish up so you can give us the weather a little bit
Oh,
later on.
yum, this is
Thank
so
you,
good.
Antigoni.
You're
Congratulations. You're tied for first.
Thanks, guys.
There's going to be a hot dish off if we ended a tie.
Oh my
boy.
gosh, I hope I
don't know
get a
what that
ribbon.
means. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, are we getting ribbons made?
Something or a crown.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
We'll see who can make the best peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah, that'd be
if there's a
amazing.
tie.
That'd be
There's some
amazing.
spice there. Hey, we've
Yeah,
got
this
this
is
hot dish
good.
recipe on our website. Head to KSTP.com, click on Twin Cities Live, go to the Eat page, and there you'll also find the other recipes that we've had earlier